Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tactical Breach Wizards, where according to the missions thing here, we are now at the end of the penultimate episode. The penultimate act, rather. And I think that for pacing purposes, there's probably going to be no better time to go and clear out the other anxiety dreams, right? Because we're going to get on a plot roll and we're going to want to keep rolling plot. So let's just go back and have a look at some of these other training missions. So the ones where it's somebody's stress dream and thus it will give them, I guess the stress dreams happen during the plot. These are not going to earn us anything other than confidence, right? Well, in any case, I want to play them, so let's do it. Let's just have a look. We're having a dream about the old police station here. All right, use the laptop to open the security door. Zan would love to prevent at least 3 reinforcements. Feels pretty doable. We got a pair of Zans with which to accomplish this task. And also, we get to kill a guy on breach, which is a thing that we don't get to do often enough. Oh, geez, yeah. Prevent 3 reinforcements total? That's, like, extremely doable. So obviously we can run in here. Drop this dude. And then if we have this Zan, 3 bolt burst to you, the triggered shot from the other Zan is going to finish the job. We can both just take cover, or we don't even have to both do it. There's not really any reason to even line up predictive bolt. I guess I could have lined up a predictive bolt there, right? Is that better? Is that a better way to do that? That is probably a better way to do that. Hold on. Let me start with a little bit more optimization. All right, so you run up here, do that, and then get yourself some free mana. Okay, I feel pretty all right about that. All right, well, hard not to want to seal this door, but we got to figure out a way to make sure this guy goes down if we're doing that. As things stand right now, only one of these cops has a gun. Like, if I were to step back, I was going to say step back to here and then do a predictive bolt down the corridor. That doesn't work. That guy's in that lane already. But the fact that most of them can't shoot at us has got to be a pretty critical part of the solution, right? So if I run forward to here... Oh, I actually can't shoot that guy out the window like I was planning, because blocking, right? If we false prophet in front of a door, the prophet will seal the door, right? Yeah, and also we'll do damage, and then I'll cooperate on the damage, and that's pretty good. I still can't actually put you out the window, but we can do this. I can't false prophet to here because of the line of sight issue. And unfortunately, nobody is able to put up a meaningful predictive bolt. If I were to false prophet here, it would just shoot this guy. It wouldn't knock the other tracker out the window or anything. So I think I'm just good. Not that it matters. We'll both take cover, and then next turn we get to close this door. We have obviously a lot of shield dudes to worry about, but I think it's okay. Yeah, fortunately, these 2 types of shield men in particular are extremely vulnerable to the old predictive bolt. So, burst you out the window. And then, like, this is basically just a cleanup turn. But if I do this... Hold on. If I don't... Like, we may as well false prophet. Right? I don't need to let that happen. Oh, this guy's not coming that way anymore. Because at this point, I can just finish this guy off if I shoot him from the right angle. Although it looks like I don't have the right angle. How are they going to run? You're going to go first? That works fine. You know what? We'll just do this. We can predictive bolt this way, because when the guy runs to charge the false prophet, he'll get his. It's just important that this guy run first so that this predictive bolt doesn't pop the wrong enemy. Okay, easy. And then security door is open and we're good. Do we need all this confidence for Zan? No, not really. I think we're in Zan's final form as it is here. Okay, that's a lot of enemies and reinforcements. Confidence goal is... Okay, use predictive fire the fun way at least one time. For the moment, I only have the one Zan, but it looks like another one comes in. The other one comes in behind us next turn. That's weird. Well, let's run over here and... Bye-bye. Grab this. And I guess... Yeah, we have the easiest predictive bolt in the world right there. It does really seem like this is the thing they want you to do, right? Do I get a Zan every turn until we're done? Is that how this is going? Because that's pretty fun. Okay, I think I'm going to run like over here. We will false prophet this door. And then, that screws up this guy's charge a little bit. He's no longer in a position from which... He's no longer predictive boltable. Trying to figure out, like, how am I going to knock him... I guess if I do it from here, when the false prophet goes down, it'll push him into this column. And then that means this Zan can just run predictive bolt. Well, I guess... I don't know. This predictive bolt... No, it'll kill this guy, because this guy won't come in until after the turn's over, I think. And then you need to... I mean, I can certainly get you to safety. Can I get to a position where I'm only being charged by one guy? No. So that means I can't even really... Well, I could shove this guy over and get our confidence, get some mana. That's just free. I do like free stuff. I think it's more likely that one of them will run around, one of these two will run around this side than that this guy will get all the way over to here. And this Zan is still allowed to shoot, but I can't do anything that does anything. We'll just push you back over there. Take that. Okay, this is getting to be a lot of men with shields. Frustratingly, yeah, I'm gonna have to run up to get this false prophet. Actually, if I run to right here and I land the false prophet, I think we might be able to just take this guy out with damage. Right, because the false prophet will shoot him. Then I hit him against the wall. Then... Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Right, they can see him. That does complicate things. Because I was going to say, now that he's pinned against the wall, if this Zan shoots him and that Zan does the supportive fire, that's 2 more points of damage from pushing him into the cabinet. But I wasn't expecting these guys to move him around like that. Well, I think if I hit him now and push him onto the grenade, that grenade's got to do enough damage, right? Probably. And of course, he's taking the very safe path up to kill me. I mean, the grenade goes off first. He's done for. All right, it looks like I am not getting any further Zans. We are at maximum Zan right now. Well, it looks like we only get one guy attacking us from here. Any situation where I'm getting single charged, obviously, you know, we can set up for it. Oh, sorry. Before you do that, probably drop that grenadier, right? That guy's free. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need the extra action. Zan is Zan is certainly very strong. I don't mean to. I know I've been talking a lot about Jen and Banks and whatever the last couple of episodes, but Zan is very good at his job. Let's not make any mistakes about that. I don't necessarily need to keep all these Zans alive. I'm wondering about like doing a sacrifice play here where we just run over and false prophet that door. I guess it is only one extra grenadier though, and like, do I actually care? I might not. Honestly, I might not. Okay, so if I step over to here, we can get some knockback damage on this guy. Three-bolt burst. I would love to be in a better position for this. Can I get him out the window, I wonder? If I take the 3-bolt burst from here, then the supporting fire... Ah, it just pushes him backwards. Okay, that one knocks him out the window. I was going to say. I feel like we can make that work. So then, like, predictive bolt this way. This Zan predictive bolts this way. Now we don't need to seal any doors. You sadly do still need to move. Can't say I recommend that plan. Alright. Turns out video games are easy. And then... we just knock this dude into the copier over and over again until such time as he is dead. Blunt force trauma. There we go. It's like what I assume the end of Office Space is like. Right, narratively, that has to be how that movie ends. The copier gets revenge on all of them. Shit, it's a printer, isn't it? Whatever. Finished by the end of turn 1. I would love to do that. That sounds great. So... there is a single piece of mana here. If I grab this and then do a chain bolt like this, like this isn't going to kill this guy, right? What I'm actually wondering is when this throws this guy back 3 spaces, it'll do enough damage to him. The knockback will convert into damage. But how much damage does Jen take? Does Jen take the full 3? Or is it just he was knocked into her once? That was more effective than I thought it was going to be. Why did that guy... Okay. I wasn't expecting the guy against the window to actually move out, to be moved out the window. I just was trying to test a thing. Jen, in fact, took no knockback damage. Or no damage from having the guy knocked into her, because that's not what happened. Alright, that's a really large number of reinforcement doors. Prevent 15 reinforcements in total. That feels extremely doable. Sadly, none of the reinforcement doors are directly on top of a spot where we can use the broom to multi-breach, but obviously we have all these grenades and whatnot. So if we run to here, I don't even need to pop you because I grab the thing. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I'm allowed to false prophet more than once per turn, right? Yeah, so we can seal up several of the doors on this side of the room. What I'm thinking is like predictive bolt this way instead of shooting this guy. Predictive bolt this way, and then just have Jen push him at some point. You know, a gale grenade or whatever. We'll do fine. Because an extra point of mana for what's his face is also an extra door sealed. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to do that without effectively sacrificing Jen's movement, because obviously, like, this is providing some problematic some issues. I guess if I run to right here. Grab the intel. Gale grenade self into a ceiling position. Then I go chain bolt like that. Can I see him? I can't quite see him from that guy's position. That's a shame. I guess actually the predictive bolt may end up not doing anything. Because obviously if I bounce this that way, it'll blow up and push this thing into the guy and explode and kill him. So if I push a friendly, I get my mana back. I get the action back. The thing is, I don't even know that I need to close, like, because I can just do this. Well, I guess that guy's not going to have vision there. With Jen and all of the barrels and whatnot, it's pretty blocked off. Okay, let's just make sure this guy's not a problem. All right, then I have at least one more mana. I don't think there's any good reason for it not to be this one. Jen's had her move refreshed already, so we can just run down here, seal this, grab intel, gale grenade myself into a position where I can seal a door, and then move again to seal another door. And at this point, things are like very under control. I didn't end up needing to get my my action back that had no utility at all, but it's not bad. It's not a terrible thing. I can't quite. Pushing this up is not going to do anything. Actually, I'm not sure of that. What happens if this is just sitting in front of that door when that guy comes through? Let's find out. Okay, he just runs through it harmlessly. No big deal. Well, I feel like this is pretty fun. Doesn't quite get the kill, but this will. Jen runs over and locks everything up. Zan just steps out of the way. Okay, I didn't defenestrate anybody, but Jen certainly doesn't need the confidence. Wait, is there one left? Oh, they're absolutely... What am I doing? Well, it doesn't matter. It's not producing anybody this turn anyway. And then Zan can lock it. Okay. Who would have thought the easy dreams really aren't that difficult, especially if you show up with way more perks than you're supposed to have at the point in the game when you're probably doing them. All right. The Tower of Turrets. This is also just a Zan and Jen dream. That's all right. I like Zan and Jen. Okay. I perceive some immediate issues. These guys have 3 HP. And Jen didn't start with any actions or any mana. But we can do some stuff with the Gale Grenade. So if I'm going to throw the Gale Grenade, like I can remove this guy, which would at least allow Jen to run across, grab that that mana briefcase over there, and then we can start putting together chain lightnings, or chain bolts rather. Zan, let a single teammate perform 3 actions in 1 turn. Jen, finish by the end of turn 2. I'm assuming that Zan will not get credit for this if Jen performs her own 3 actions, like if I refund on chain bolt twice. Probably not. I think this looks like the start to me. Let's move you, get myself a little bit of freedom. And then what's the right chain bolt? Like starting here seems pretty okay. Then I just knock you 2 out of the thing, or I can, yeah, remember to hit Zan with part of it so that I get the action back, because I think I probably want it. Because the thing is, I don't think I want to give Zan any of the mana. Okay, so that's 2 defeats. We're gonna have to Gale Grenade her, give her move back. And unfortunately, the way I most want to do that deals another point of damage to Zan. That feels a little cruel. So it wouldn't be too hard to set up kills on some of these guys. I'm actually just really curious. I'm gonna do it in the way that deals 1 damage to her instead, because Zan doesn't need his move refreshed. It still hasn't been a good idea for him to move yet. Let's come down to here. I think I want to grab it from here. And we will chain bolt this guy off the map. This guy into the wall in a position where I think Zan can finish him off. And then from there, Jen downward just to refresh my action. And then Zan, you have that shot, right? Hell yeah. Wait, I didn't get my action back. Oh, conduits only happens once per turn. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see why they would want to limit that. I think we don't actually care about Zan's confidence either. Since I'm not going to be able to get the conduits bonus, let's just not bother hitting ourselves with that, shall we? All right, that is a normal sealable reinforcement door. I don't know. Predictive bolt. This guy's not going to run down here, so I guess just like predictive bolt that way. Okay. There's no more mana to be had, so we'll just static blast this dude. Boy, it sure feels like it would be worth it to close this door, but I am going to take some very heavy damage doing so. So maybe that's a good sign that that's the wrong play. But unfortunately, I can't really... I guess, okay, it has to be Zan who takes this guy down. Right, and then Zan can make it to here. And I could get the predictive bolt. As long as Jen can make it to a position from which Static Blast performs a push. Okay, actually, very problematic. Didn't think that was going to be such an issue. She actually can't see him from anywhere that she can get to. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad news. Zan, can you... Our options for pushing people are pretty limited. Zan can get to here. Predictive bolt this way. And then Jen can run right through this guy. That'll negate his Overwatch. Oh! It was not clear to me that this guy even had a zone of fire laid out because they overlay perfectly. But yeah, apparently he does. They should probably, if you mouse over it, it does say it has double Overwatch. They should probably mark that a little bit more clearly, though. Well, shoot. It's going to be very difficult to get Zan any mana this turn. I think it might be the case that the best thing Zan can do is just predictive bolt this door so that the guy who comes through is on very low HP. And then Jen can step to here and push this guy over to make that thing happen, because that's funny. Alright, it's non-lethal, but it is pretty good. So if we have Zan... It feels like a terrible waste to get this guy with the push predictive bolt, because Zan can just bounce him off the wall. But the mana's the really important part. This guy I'm only going to be able to push in the one direction, right? So I guess that's not true. I'm going to be able to push him backwards. But the thing about that is that it's not a lethal position. But I can kill him. Yeah, okay, where's Jen able to get... Can I only push him directly backwards? So let's see, if I kill this guy. Oh, right, never mind. He has a point of, Jen has to kill him. So maybe we're not, maybe none of this is gonna work the way I want it to work. I'm going to run over to here. I'm going to put up the predictive bolt. We're going to have Jen sacrifice on the grenade, maybe? Doesn't feel great, but either that or she gets shot by the other guy. Well, I can have Zan point the reactive or the predictive bolt downward. Right, Jen could run all the way over to here where she has cover and then push that guy. He's alive, but now I have a point of mana and I can do what with it? What was my brilliant plan here? Why did this matter? We can certainly have Jen Broom Breach give her an action boost and then just have her push him from here, which in theory might cause him to clunk off the corner there. Feels a little silly to use Broom Breach to go that distance, but I'm kind of curious if that would work. No, it just moves in one space that way. All right, well then I won't bother. And I was going to false prophet, and then the false prophet's going to do stuff, and like everybody's going to do stuff, and none of it's going to matter. Does the false prophet necessarily draw the guy's fire? No. No, he's definitely still going to shoot the real Zan. The thing is, I do feel like Jen can probably handle this the rest of the way on her own turn. Like, on her own, since everybody only has 1 HP left, except for this guy who's, you know, whatever. I'm just gonna accept this, honestly. I know I'm not earning my my confidence, but also who cares? We do not need the confidence anymore. We have moved beyond that. There we go. Location from which you are not in immediate danger. Alright, that dude pastes himself, which is nice of him. And then this guy's just fully asleep. He has been AFK the entire scenario. I feel like he should maybe have woken up and done something at some point. That's not a very dangerous type of enemy. There's a good way to do this, and it involves closing the door on turn 1, right? Because you don't want to have to deal with extras of that guy. Okay, this is fun. So these are really important to this scenario. On Zan's thing, it says the damage happens before the knockback. But like, how does that actually work in practice? If I push this thing here, yeah, it does explode in the place where you would want it to explode. Okay, that's important to know. Finish the level without letting any enemies attack. Have Jen deal a total of 30 knockback, which is it's funny. If Jen Gale grenades 3 knockback to all adjacent targets. Like, the thing is, this in this position is not really ideal, right? Jen's in a spot where she can pick this up. So let me, like, no, I really want to push her back this way, obviously. It'd be really sick if she could get some more mana, but we have Gale grenades and whatnot. We can make it work. So I can start by dropping you, then you. Then we can just move Zan out of the way, I guess. So that's 2 more kills and I get my action back. Then I run to... We'll let Zan take some mana here. I'm looking at this and the fact that there's an open column, and I'm wondering if I can actually do something a little bit better with Zan. Hold on. If we take this shot, if we take Zan's shot from this column, does it still end up? Yeah, okay. So, grab the intel. I think I want you to grab the intel as well. We go for this chain bolt, right, where we knock a couple of dudes out, and then we create this opening where we can set up a predictive bolt and then probably push somebody through it. And one of us is taking 2 damage at the end of that. It's going to be you. Because I didn't really set myself up for, you know, benefiting hugely from that. Okay, now I run to, like, here. No, I probably just run to here. I'm thinking about the Gale grenades. if I need to Gale Grenade, where is the place that I'm going to do it. So Zan puts down a predictable. Jen goes chain bolt on, like, trying to figure out how do I kill the largest number of people. Obviously that's going to flatten some dudes. Then you and then you get pushed into the beam. Pretty solid start, I think. Now Jen still has this Gale Grenade. Very fun. Zan has right, False Prophet can only run to locations that you can actually see. Or locations from, you know, where you can actually run to. So that's still pretty okay, actually, in this position. He's like, all I have to do is just put the False Prophet somewhere where he's going to do knockback damage. Yeah, and then Zan does that thing. And then we toss a time boost to Jen, let Jen static blast this dude, and we'll get supportive fire from Zan again. Yeah, easy. That's a fun level. I did not deal 30 knockback. But overall, pretty good. This is a lot of explosives. I understand that I did not say that with my usual excitement. I want everybody to understand I am excited. I am pleased about the number of explosives. So these only affect the adjacent squares, right? 4 damage and 1 knockback. Worth noting, not a lethal amount of damage to these enemies. But it's a start. It gets you somewhere. So the question is, like, if I were to static blast or chain bolt that dude directly backwards, he takes 1 point of damage from the knockback and then gets exploded for 3-1 and dies, right? Testing. So it'd be like, do this, then do this, I guess, and then do this. No, he knocks that thing back and it doesn't take damage at all, in fact. Okay, I gotta push stuff into him. So, like, this, then that, then that. And this one explodes because it doesn't have anywhere to go on the knockback. Okay. Then Zan can... What do we do? Obviously, we can use False Prophet to just draw fire. I can 3-bolt burst this thing for an easy kill. Grab this intel. If I False Prophet here, does it grab the mana for me? Okay. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about that. Then Jen can get... We can Broom Breach and get close enough to the doors to seal at least one of them this turn, right? I wonder... I'm definitely not going to be able to get both. But one's probably sufficient. Right, so Jen just needs to move. It doesn't really matter where, just adjacent to any wall. Now, unfortunately, I have to use my other Gale Grenade. Yeah, I guess I'd better do it here. That's not entirely ideal, but it's not bad. Fenestrate 2 hostiles by the end of turn 3, not happening. And it's fine. Predictive bolt. I mean, I may as well, right? There's a chance this dude comes through and sets it off. Okay. Lucky me. So this is pretty easy. Seal this door and then just static blast. Is there any version of this where I would want to do anything else? I can't imagine. And then, like, Zan can take some damage, right? I forgot I had a point of mana. I guess I'm just false profiting. There's no version of this where... Yeah, the only way to get a kill here. Well, I guess I have time boost, right? So I could like run up predictive bolt across. Sorry, run up, throw my time boost, then predictive bolt across, and I'm pretty sure Jen has the angle to push him. Yeah, because it turns out predictive bolt is the answer to all problems. It is a very good ability, even before you make it your primary mana generator. Disable turrets, knock out enemies, seal doors. Nothing special, nothing special. Have the team use 4 different abilities in one turn. I don't think we even have to use anything fancy to do that. That's just a thing we can do. Jen can get very deep here, just broom breaching. So can Jen make it to this space? This would be like the critical spot. No, of course not. But she can Gale Grenade herself into that space. So that's interesting. Zan is unfortunately not really in a position. Does this, which one does this hack? Okay, that one. So that if I come over here and then I take cover, I am protected. That's probably Zan's move, but I'm not going to make it yet because if I decide I want to change Jen up, I don't want to have to unwind too much stuff. So Jen runs to here. Static blast on that guy doesn't quite push him out. Whatever. I don't think we're going to need to. So I will grab some intel here. And then I will broom breach myself deeper into the room. And I could just end my turn over here, right? I don't necessarily need to actually seal the door, but I could use my other Gale Grenade and also seal the door. If I wanted to chain bolt here, I'm going to be hacking most of the guns. The guns do 4 damage. Okay. It's like if I just push you, then push you so that I get a really clean pushback on myself. That lets me seal this door. Sadly, I do not get all the way over here, but now I don't have to spend the other Gale Grenade. I can just run to here, grab the intel, hack the turret, take cover, have Zan run into the room, hack a turret and take cover, and then just let the turrets do what they will do. Yep, because of the 1 damage here, this turret will kill that turret. And the one we just hacked up there goes nice and early in the turn as well. I mean, this seems pretty good. Neither Jen nor Zan have used their normal actions, and I guess that's a mistake. We should probably do that. What do I use them for? I mean, I can chain bolt again, right? If I do it like this, then that means this turret no longer needs to shoot that guy. 3-bolt burst is legitimately not going to do anything. But now this turret actually survives, probably, right? Because it kills one of the two targeting it. It takes non-lethal damage from the other one. I think. Yeah. So both of our turrets survive narrowly, and I think the game's like pretty much in hand at this point. Obviously, we have to resolve this door, but I don't think that's going to be any problem at all for Jen. I don't actually want to push this guy into that air canister, because that air canister kills our turret. So what I do want to do here is what? Zan can run and like set up to predictive bolt this thing, and I can have her push this into a place where the predictive bolt's going to hit it. You know? I don't hate that. And then if we grab this intel, yeah, we can make some stuff happen here. How do I take best advantage of this point of mana? Because I do want like a false prophet that shoots that guy would be really powerful. Shit. Except I have to move him first. Or I have to move this. Yeah, I'm gonna Gale Grenade like this. And then... Oh, that's gonna prevent me from sealing that door, though. Hold on. If I Gale Grenade right here, that deals a point of damage to him without... Yeah, okay. I think that's right. Then Zan puts down the false prophet here, which triggers support fire, killing that dude. We predictive bolt this way and then have Jen push the turret into that line of fire. And then Jen just has the leg speed to run over and close this. Our turrets close out their turrets. That's a fun level. Hey, it turns out these dream challenges, they're pretty alright. Didn't defenestrate anyone, and that is always a little bit of a disappointment. But okay, two sets of challenge missions there. Alarming developments. No, we did not do alarming developments. We've only done the one so far. Okay, well, I think I am going to go ahead and shoot through the rest of these, but probably not right this second. I think 50 minutes is long enough. That's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we have a few more dreams to close up, and we'll see you then.